you think about me officially never coming back here or... Ah!
Did you touch that?
What the fuck? No, I didn't touch that. I literally fucking just started recording. Did it touch that? Did it touch that?
No, because I actually just looked up to... I was gonna, like, ding it. Oh my god.
As they continue with their investigation, a chair in the same room that the balloon had popped in is heard moving, causing them to scream out in fright.
I cannot put my finger on what that noise is. That's the chair.
No, I think we moved that. A dozen what? Why is it just numbers?
I'm telling you right now.
What was that?
It's the chair. Turn the flashlight off first.
She fell asleep and woke up to this. A woman named Kristen Grace made a haunting discovery in her bedroom one day. While she's taking a nap, she wakes up and sees something on the wall. As she gets a closer look, what she finds is something from a nightmare.
I'm home alone with 2 cats. They don't have hands. I did not do that. I woke up to this in my bedroom. I know my room's messy, whatever. That's my bed. Woke up to that, saw it from across the room, and I am home alone. What do I do here?
Kristen wakes up and finds 2 fresh hand marks on her bedroom wall. What's even stranger is that she's home alone with her 2 cats, and that wasn't there before falling asleep. Kristen explains that after this, she left with her 2 kids for a few nights, but has yet to figure out who or what made those strange hand marks.
A strange black shadow can be seen in the corner of the room. The dog continues to bark angrily for several seconds before it eventually gets too scared and runs away. What's eerie is that as soon as the dog runs out of the room, a chair can be seen moving immediately afterward. It's almost like whatever strange spirit was in this house was waiting for the dog to leave to move the chair. Sadly, to this day, this mystery has never been solved, but if I were in Sinestia's shoes, I would be looking into moving out as soon as possible. This video just shows that dogs are almost always able to sense danger, even if we have a hard time sensing it ourselves.
Did he just knock? And open the door?
Look. Is he out there?
Yeah? But did you hear that knock?
Yes,
and then
I
it just
did.
opened?
That creeped me out.
I thought it was Mr. Business. Somebody went
They sure as fuck
and
did.
then opened the fucking door. I really wish we got that in camera. Did we get that on camera?
It had to have been on our... Let's look at our history.
Look at Megan's staring at somebody.
Yeah.
A man named Garcia had a very close relative tell him that she was having strange and creepy dreams about a very tall dark figure who would appear in her dreams and hurt her. But whenever she woke up, she would find the same bruises on her body in the exact same places. Garcia didn't believe her and thought not much of it, but eventually she ended up passing away. And ever since then, Garcia started dreaming about a tall dark figure that would hit him and he would wake up with bruises. However, Garcia still didn't think much of it at the time, as he is a severe type A hemophiliac, which means he gets a lot of bleeding and bruises very easily. The pain is bad enough that he has to receive psychological treatment. Garcia then mentioned his dreams to the psychologist, and that's when he suggested Garcia record himself sleeping. So on one night, he decides to stay awake in his bed and see if anything strange happens, and something does. It's at this moment Garcia pulls his phone out to record and captures something chilling. Watch closely.
Otra vez está mamando con la puerta del puto mueble. Me despierto porque escuché como que algo pegaba. Ni siquiera hay puto aire, no se mueve la cortina. Chequen cómo no cabe nadie ahí.
What looks like two creepy pale faces can be seen inside the wardrobe as it begins to open and close on its own. But when Garcia checks, there's nothing there. Convinced that there's definitely a connection with what he's dreaming about and what's appearing in his room, he decides to set up a camera recording himself 24/7, and on one night while sleeping, he captures something utterly terrifying.
One, 2, 3. Is there any spirit here in this room? Bro, it's moving.
Oh my god.
No, you guys are moving here, right?
Bro, my fingers are barely even on it.
I can take one finger off.
Don't take your hand off though. Bro, it's still moving, it's still moving, it's still moving.
Stop. Just make it stop.
Bro, how can we make it stop? Bro.
It says yes.
It says yes. Oh my god,
Don't
bro.
take your hand off.
Bro, we finished asking the question. It answered.
That's you guys, right? Like you're supposed to move it, right?
Bro, put it back in the middle.
No, you're not supposed to move it. Oh my god.
Okay, bro, we know there's a freaking spirit here.
Okay, let's ask to say goodbye.
Bro, hang on, bro. I'm telling you, like, I keep hearing something from the closet.
Bro, I keep seeing things. Like, I don't even want to turn that way. That was the loudest voice I've ever heard in my life coming from the closet. Or
Bro,
anywhere.
that was like a freaking man's voice.
That was a man's voice.
Bro, this makes me really uncomfortable. Just wanna go home.
Okay, bro. Ask it one last time.
We've been doing challenges, but I saw the washroom door open. I will never unsee that ever again. Oh, it's moving!
This man kept hearing voices in his room. Then one day he sees this. A man named Kent explains that he's been hearing voices in his bedroom saying help, as well as tapping sounds around the house. Since it's been several years, he ignored the voices and brushed it off as him living in a haunted house. But one day, while hearing the voices again, like many of the moments, he begins to record to document the phenomena. And as he goes upstairs, he sees this.
Noises coming from upstairs. Hello? Oh, fuck!
Just by the bed, he sees the pitch black silhouette of someone right in front of him. The man freaks out but gathers his composure again and checks the room, only to find no one. Given he's heard voices asking for help, as well as seeing this strange figure at the window, then seeing it jump off. Could this be the residual haunting of someone who lost their life in that high-story bedroom? Let me know what you believe.
She'd been tidying it for over an hour when, without warning, the car radio suddenly turned on. The song that began playing was Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel, a hit from 1976 by Tavares. Because of copyright, we can't play the audio here, but the lyrics are on screen. What makes this moment far more unsettling is this: the keys weren't in the car. There were no electronics running, yet the radio suddenly blared out this particular song.
Keys.
Confused, Trisha searched the vehicle thinking she must have left the keys somewhere nearby, but they weren't there. She walked back inside the house and found the keys sitting on the kitchen bench.
How? 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 How?
For Trisha, the moment carried enormous weight. She has lost 2 children in the past, and hearing that song at that moment felt less like coincidence and more like a message.
He was alone on the early shift until this entered his office. While working an early morning shift during closing hours to sort out pre-orders, he felt something brush against his leg under the desk. So he checks the CCTV footage and saw something unsettling.
What the fuck?
He notices the balloon didn't float normally, nor did it move like it was being pulled by a string by the way it turned corners. But somehow it flew from the other side of the building straight to the man in his office. Later on, his colleague came to him and said she just popped a blue balloon after it followed her into the break room and she heard footsteps, even though it was just the 2 of them on shift. So is this store haunted? Let me know what you think.
If you find a camera in the woods, whatever happens, don't look at the tapes. A girl under the user I found this camera explains that while working on a photo shoot in the woods somewhere in Atlanta, she stumbled across this camera after poking it with a stick she finds is covered in blood.
Hey guys, it's Simone. They have me out here today filming some scenes in the woods. It's creepy as fuck out here, I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Why is there a camera in the woods? Oh, is that covered in blood?
She then lets her curiosity get the best of her and decides to look at the recordings. What she sees is something from a nightmare. The person filming hears a tree branch crackling. Then we can see the strange shadow figure hiding back behind the tree. The video suddenly ends in the same place where the camera was found. Could this have something to do with a potential crime scene? Let me know what you think.
Something blacks out between the door and the window in the back from one side of the mausoleum to the other.
Pointer request. Whoa, whoa! Pointer request.